In a previous video, a developer helped Iama set up a contact form on her website that would automatically enter data into a table, called contact. Iama wants to increase her available set of data and pull in a list of her existing customers, which she has saved from an Excel spreadsheet into a CSV file. She has already set up a table for her customers, but right now, there is no data. Her customer table has more columns than her web contact table, and she has added even one more column, called contact type. She wants to differentiate between web contacts and existing customer contacts. She has decided a customer contact will be type 1, and a web contact will be type 2. She will try to use default values, so that she does not need to data enter a 1 or a 2. She hopes it will happen automatically. We will go to her new customer table, then look more closely at its structure in the table editor. This table has more columns than her web contact table. Focus on the column, contact type, and you will soon see the usefulness of using a default value. She has assigned contact type a data type of integer, and made the default value a 1. She hopes that when she imports her CSV file, it will automatically enter a 1 into all of the rows of this column. This will save her time. She decides to add a note and save her changes, then go back to the view of her empty customer table, at which point she will begin to import her CSV file. She's ready to begin the import process. Select Import. Locate the CSV file on your local drive. CSV is a generic term. If your file has a delimiter other than comma, the web system won't falter. Click Next. We don't want to import the column header. The real data starts on row 2. There. That's better. Iama pokes around a bit. The field mapping is not usually correct by default. It is this time, because Iama happened to create her table with the same field sequence as the CSV file. Usually, you will need to adjust the field mapping. Go ahead, Iama. Let her rip. Terrific, and quick too. I am most interested in the column contact type. Was a 1 automatically entered during import? Iama's idea worked, a 1 was auto-entered. Now it makes sense to go back to the original contact table and add a default value for web contacts. She will make the default a 2. We will zip through this and so you know, what you are about to see is much closer to normal work speed. A 2 was auto-entered. Good stuff. The crowd begins to chant, "Go Iama!" Oh look, they are doing the wave. So far, Iama has accomplished 4 of her goals and now she has enough meaningful data to create a worthwhile query. I have said it before but it bears repetition. You cannot learn everything in one day. Iama is willing to experiment and learn. Let's follow her lead. Our goal in the next exercise is to write a query that will combine the essential elements of both of our tables, without disturbing the data or the underlying structure of those 2 tables. This could be done manually, but what if there were several thousand rows in each table? We created our query a few moments ago, so we will look at it, then reconstruct the steps. This is what Iama wants, a simple combined list, sorted so that she can see the type, 1 or 2, along with those items she initially considers to be most important. Now we will look at the query builder for this particular query. The query editor was created specifically for knowledge workers. An experienced PostgreSQL developer will probably prefer direct access to PG, with all the bells and whistles. This editor has been slimmed down such that it should feel comfortable for anyone that has used Access or FileMaker. A true dev should inquire about installing our server software on their own box. We will open up some room by collapsing the top menu. As you can see, there are 9 tabs. Trying to digest the power of SQL can be a daunting task. Breaking it down into tabs helps to make it more manageable. Since this query is complete, we will jump directly to the SQL tab and show you the code that was generated with a few clicks and a nominal amount of keystroking.
Ouch.
What did you say, Iama?
Oh, nothing. Sorry.
Don't be intimidated. Minor pain, major gain. Click the green diamond and more options will appear. You can see that we have a full join. We can edit the join conditions. In this case, it was necessary. Editing the join conditions can make the query more efficient and quicker. It's like walking in the front door of the mall, instead of walking around the entire mall.
Now I get it.
Yes, there are 2 diamonds, but they both reference the same condition. We will look at the Expressions tab, which is what we will use to further select and manipulate the data. Double-click to launch the Expressions editor. There are many built-in functions. Coalesce is one of them. Coalesce falls into the conditional category. Remember that our 2 tables and their columns are discrete. Coalesce will look in both tables for contact type, and use the value that exists. All of the columns of our 2 selected tables are available. Double-click to split them into the workspace. This one is useful. You may recall that our customer table did not have full name. It had first and last name. Here, we will once again use coalesce, but we will also concatenate first name and last name with a space, producing a full name. The double pipes connect one chunk of text to the next. Notice that this manipulation is nested within coalesce. Here we broke it apart at the comma. Makes it easier to see the logic. Watch. Where conditions. Nope. Nothing interesting until order by, expressions. Order by, is another way of saying, sort order. A look at the SQL tab. Does it make more sense, Iama?
Yes, but I think I will need to experiment.
When you test a query, you are in your own sandbox. Nothing will happen on the server until you save. You can drag columns around and even change the sort order, without affecting the query. If you like what you see, you can go back and adjust your query accordingly. This makes for a very useful educational tool. Time to go back to our view of the query and then, redo the entire query from scratch. I will avoid typing where possible and use copy plus paste. I am a miserably slow typist. Now I'll reproduce the query that created this output, give or take a keystroke error. Notice that we have further simplified the query editor by breaking out the major type of operation. In each instance, the editor is virtually identical. Our query is a select. We will not be altering the data in the tables. Away we go. We see the same results. What isn't necessarily intuitive is that this is live, real-time data. If a person is on Iama's contact page and sends her a message, it will appear in this view immediately, upon refresh. In a future video, we will show how to lay this query down in the print editor, generate a PDF, put the PDF on a schedule, so that Iama will receive it every day in her email at a specific time.
Today was a good day. I learned several new skills.